hope we're doing well. Um, so yeah, just making sure. Yeah, it's what actually just have to do something. I actually just thought there for a second. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh dear. Oh, sometimes it's terribly getting old. But yeah, let me see. What's happened here? Okay, that's fine. Talking down a small bit. It's a bit loud. So yeah, I have to put like hello, Sean. How are you this evening? Yeah, that's okay. Just making sure it wasn't too loud. With these yolks in, it's out and over here. Things it's right volume. Very good. Looking forward to New Year's tomorrow. Tomorrow night is New Year's night, isn't it? Yeah, you might say that, yes. Hello, Gaza. How are you? How is things with you? Any fun? Just finished my Twitter interview. You're doing an interview. You're going to join Twitter. You're going to join Twitter. How's oneself doing? I'm not bad. But what's this to do with the Twitter interview? How are they going for Twitter? Are you? Well, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Yeah, because obviously it's in Dublin now. Twitter's headquarters for Europe is in Dublin. Be living the life of Wiley in Dublin there. I've very little to talk about, to be totally honest. Nothing really happened today. Not really much to go on about. Like beforehand, yesterday I had a good bit to talk about because obviously I wasn't around. I wasn't live for a good few days, and obviously there's a bit more to talk about than tonight because nothing really happened. I was out. Nothing too major happened. Nobody died or nobody got killed or anything. And killed. I was discussing. Oh, you're in a Twitter like group yoke, like in the group yoke. Oh, the whatever you call that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Them voice, you can have a group discussion. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. I thought you were going for an interview. I see. Sorry, I see. Whatever they are called, I know what you're saying now. Yeah, them group things where people could chat and things. I see now. I understand what you said. In the Middle East. Hello, Tanya. How are you doing? How was things? I don't think I was speaking to you since Christmas. How was your Christmas? Very good, guys. Very good. And how, it went well. You went well. I never went into one of them, but I've seen people go to before. Do much. Oh, I was out and about at Christmas. Didn't do too much either. But that's good to hear. Yeah, it's good to hear. Splendid. Very good. Very good to hear. Always good to hear. Oh, that's lovely. Breaking the gaff. Wished. Who's this? Any plans? No, not a hit. Not a hit. Not a hit. Any plans with you? Any plans with you? Any are you going out basically? Are you going out New Year's? Right, again, the girls wouldn't ask you that, but you know, you can answer if you want. It's up to you. I know that might be sad. Jack, you have to give me your name and address and all that. What? Just give me a second. Very good, very good. Enjoy that. It's always good to celebrate the new year with other people. And just respond to something. Hello, Tioni. Sorry, I'm talking to somebody else too at the same time. How was business? What you doing? A bit me lip there for a second. Talking a bit me lip. Could be an offer. No big how are you? How was things with you? How was your I forgot what day, the Friday. How was your Friday going? And how was your Christmas? I forgot to ask too. How was your Christmas? Hope it went well. I don't know if people like this music now. It's the first time we're going to put on this one. There's other ones here could have put on, but you know. Now, just to say actually one more thing. Grant, how was it? Because mine was fine, thank you. All went well. It's good to hear. So yeah, I have a lot of videos to release after Christmas. I'm not going to release them now. I have a good few recorded. I was going to put up before Christmas. So I will release them after Christmas. So there'll be a good lot now. Come about the 3rd to the 4th of January. There'll be a lot of videos put up. And we'll talk about 10 more. So there'll be a lot of videos for that, just to catch up on a few things. Oh, tell me about it. It's hard to believe that it's nearly the new year already. Tomorrow's the last day of the year, basically, 2022. And think about that for a second. Ask yourself where did they go? It doesn't feel like I just even was thinking the day. I don't remember. I even remember sitting here at Halloween this year, telling you about Halloween, telling about how many people came here, and it feels like 2 weeks ago. And again, sorry if I kind of hear myself in my own head here because my ears are blocked. So you know. So it doesn't feel that long ago since Halloween. It feels like only 2 weeks ago, but in fact, it's a good 2 months ago. 2 months ago, or if not more. Like, it's hard to believe that. Very good. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. As I said there a few minutes ago, it's always good to spend New Year's with family and friends. It's always good. Because some again, a lot of people do spend this. This unfortunately, there's people that spend New Year's on their own, not because they don't want to, just because they have nowhere to go on New Year's. Elderly people and things like that. So it's always important to celebrate the New Year the right way, if you can. Well, that's good to hear. Ooh, what's this? Oh God, what's this? See, I hate like earlier on for a while when I came back around 8:30 though. And so look, I was sitting here until since 8:30, and nobody rang me or anything. And now as soon as I go live, everybody's talking to me, which is always the way. Give me a second, I have to send the voice recording because I don't think he can understand what I'm saying. This person, like in messages, I think I've spelled things wrong, and it's not getting me. So give me a second. Hello again, sorry. So anybody else have any plans for tomorrow? Any big plans or anything? Any other fun happen? I could charge this one. Look, get in, it'd be nice. Just refresh, just in case I've missed any. If you would like to refresh, that would be appreciated. Today, probably. But yeah. But anyway, just to say too, we'll be back playing games after New Year's. So don't think we have kicked that out the door. But again, just took a break for Christmas time, playing the games. But we'll be back at it now with Metal Gear Solid after New Year's. So a few days after New Year's now. We get around to doing that again. It might not be every night or whatever, but it might be once in a while, without. for a while anyway, and then we see how we go from there. So that's the plan. I'm a man with a plan, but it's going to work. So yeah, it's no other fun happening with anybody else tonight. No other crack. You never heard what? The CCCD. What is that? What is that when it's at home? What is that, Tony? What does that stand for? What the fuck does that mean? The credit union. Talk about the credit union. Got a credit union. Looked up and it's a credit union. You're hardly working in the credit union now, Tony. But still be a good enough job actually, the credit union. What am I thinking? But I think that'd be too easy now, the job, Tony. You're thinking about joining the credit union now. Oh, opening the account maybe you're talking about. Because that's what it came up when I looked it up. Secret code. I think Tony's trying to confess he's going to rob a credit union, maybe. I'll keep an eye out. I never heard. Oh, the Christmas CD. Oh, right, you could have said so. The Calvin Katzer. What was it? Oh, probably is. Yeah, the Calvin support. Oh no, it's not the It's a Calvin support sector. So you nearly were right. Yeah, if you put an S, you were nearly right. And then D. Well, there's no D too. So it's CSCC. So. Oh, it's. I meant to say no. It isn't. Yeah. Calvin. Oh, you meant the. Are you sure? I think you probably were saying Calvin County Council. The Calvin County Council Development. What was that? What was the D for? I suppose, and the C. Because if you said two C's, actually 3 C's, yeah. So I think you're just getting confused on it. Hello, Sean. How is things? But where were you going? I suppose with that, Tony. Were you getting a bit confused with all the letters? But what about what were we saying about CD? Never heard. Yeah, we were playing it last night. You were here when we were playing it for a while, Tony. So yeah, you were here. Anyway, I have to go looking for a copy for Aaron Hawken when I get a chance when I get into the town. I'll go back to work and look for a copy because it won't be in the town to then. And I'll probably have to look around for a long time. It's all probably gone in every shop. But I say at the end I have to go out to say Patsford, ask some of the teachers. I know one of the teachers had that, so I'm sure he'll find some way. doing something. Obviously, it probably would cost extra, but you look at it. Anyway, how are you doing, Shawnee? Do they have things? But yeah, if you haven't heard of Tony, you can look back at the stream for yesterday, and you still able to watch them streams. You know, you're not. It's not like just it's there for 5 minutes and it's gone the next. No CD player on the car. You see, it's all radio now, and it's probably all Bluetooth, is it? It's all Bluetooth. Like you have to have it on your phone. Oh, that is it. That kind of crack. Years ago, there was CD players and there was ashtrays and stuff like that in cars. Now there's no such thing. You know, nowadays it's all Bluetooth speakers and all that. I'm assuming that's it. That's what probably it is. You have the Bluetooth, like you have to put it on your phone and the Bluetooth or whatever. It's hard to know. I wouldn't know too much about it. About car mechanics. I know a few people who would know down to the ground about cars, but I wouldn't know too much about it now. That is it. Well, very good, yeah, because I was thinking, because my uncle bought a fan there at, I don't know, it must have been sometime during the summer, I think, bought the fan. And so he was saying about, he has Bluetooth speakers and all on the fan, and I was like, oh, very nice. I was just saying. Because he was saying to me too, there's no ashtray, he smokes, there's no ashtray, because in his old fan there was, but his old fan was a bit older, you know. It was 2006, 2007, and by that time, you know, it wasn't all Bluetooth, but you know, his modern fan now is from last year. So you know, it's more modern, so that's why there's Bluetooth speakers and stuff like that in it, stuff like that. So, and there's a sat nav built into it too, and it's all like a touch screen and all that. I don't know what kind of model of a fan it is. Right now. But he paid a pretty penny for it anyway. Paid 60,000 for it. So we paid a pretty penny for it. Handy though, yeah, of course, 100%. I have people coming to me every day of the week. I think at this stage this year must have about 1,400 people probably coming to me asking for directions for different places. As you seen that night, Shawnee that time, Sean Mack was here. I was on the road. It was about 3 weeks ago. Do you remember I was on the road? I was after coming from a woman's house after checking up with him. I went live, and then a person came up to me looking for directions to somebody's house, and I brought him down to it. Like, you know, that's every day of the week I get asked for directions and stuff like that. So yeah, sat navs are handy now. Even Google Maps is handy too. It's handy to know where you're going. Yeah, I was smuggling traps at the time, yeah. Sean was making sure that there was no guards around or anything. But it was too cold. The guards wouldn't go out in the cold now. It's too cold for them. They wouldn't go outside the barracks. They'd be afraid of getting cold. Catching the cold. What about the Calvin Christmas CD? Play a next Christmas. Yeah, there will be a next one. As I said, this is the 12th anniversary. Next year will be the 13th one, Tony. That's if they make it, which I was... Because every year they do it. As I said, they raise, I think it was 5,000 last year. You know, it's going strong. Let's put that. It's not like nobody's buying. A lot of people would buy them. A bit like myself, you know, we would always buy it at Christmas, because it's for a good cause, obviously. So you know yourself, Tony. But yeah, there'll be a new one next year. We will play that too. Again, all it says if they make one, which I don't see why they should stop making it, because as I say, they're doing it for 12 years now. We're doing it since 2011, and the first one I got was 2014. Was the night one. So no, which one? Yeah, no, it was the fourth one they made. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused. Fourth one. I don't know, I have to get one for Owen Hawken anyway at some point. But I say I probably would have to go out to the school again, to the pads. But I have to, again, they're not open at the moment, so I couldn't go out anyway. But anyway. Exactly. But my mum bought it for me, and then so look, we continue to buy it every year since then. Because she's seen, I remember the time we went to the shop, I was young at the time, and my mum was like, oh look, there's Christmas album there, we buy it. Because obviously she knew a few people who died from cancer and stuff like that. And it's kind of for the cats, it's for cancer support. It's basically a support group. The support set them in Cavan to help family and friends who have cancer, help them get through it. Somewhere to go to help them. So it's obviously a very worthy cause. As I say, thankfully they make a good lot of money every year, but and it's obviously very good, and especially at Christmas too. It's the season of goodwill, and a lot of people do give goodwill to us. So yeah. So any other fun? Too, and just crack into them. It's is you can hear yourself too much when you have these. You'd be too full of yourself when you have these international. That's the word I should use. What I mean by that is you can hear yourself too much, which is kind of the same thing, but anyway. So I muted myself after I was meant to touch something else and muted myself. Damn all over the telly over Christmas. Me, you told me damn. Damn. Oh, sorry. If I could weed, I'd be a legend. But yeah, damn all. It's sure, there wouldn't be much use. There's nothing really worth a damn on television nowadays. It's usually just all repeats, nothing really new. I did the things that's on, sure, look at humour into the data, Jesus, wouldn't find it. What would you watch on the TV? That's when I ever get around to watching it. But yeah, as I said to you, one morning I was watching Selfridge Hut was there on Quest. I was just watching it one morning. But stuff like that, documentaries, history documentaries of the war and stuff like that. Only Fools and Horses, stuff like funny, keeping up appearances. Mrs. Bucket. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Bouquet. Sorry, not Mrs. Bucket. We don't like Mrs. Bucket. Mrs. Bouquet. To Bouquet was the lady of the house speaking. One foot in the grave too is a good one too. One foot in the grave. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I know, but it's kind of a support group, Tony, so it's kind of for goodness. It's better than kind of keeping in your pocket, I suppose. Because they do support families who've lost loved ones too afterwards. So it is worthy enough, it is worthy enough. There's obviously too, because as you know yourself, people lose their loved ones. Unfortunately, I knew a woman that died of cancer, and her two young sons, they needed to get support because, they were very distraught, having no mother. And they helped them out. They helped them out. They talked to them and helped them through it. So it is important. It is important. As a day, you have to put yourself into their shoes too. Like you can think about them two young children growing up. Now they're a bit older now. That was a while ago when that happened. They're a bit older now, but I'm sure they still will never forget it. That the mother's dead and they don't have a mother. They won't forget it. You know yourself, Tony. Crackling like hell, I guess. But yeah, it's still nice to children now to do it, voluntarily and stuff like that. I'm sure you know yourself, Tony. Not many people do that. Do for nothing. Basically, do things for nothing nowadays. I said in Cava it's better received than given. Better received than given. I know, but it's still good. It's still good to support local charities and stuff, as I say. You know, you never know. Unfortunately, you never know when you might need them. That's the unfortunate thing. But anywho, you know. Might change it up a bit. Let me see if we can find the song. There's a song actually. Good listen. If we could remember I seen it, that would be appreciated. Probably gone as where I have it. Someday I will have to organise all my playlists like on YouTube properly. So at the moment it's not really organised too well. I will say that straight off the bat. And I'll organise that, but I don't think it's in happen. I wonder where I have it. Need a new playlist. We have so many playlists, that's the problem. I'll probably pay one of my moderators someday to sort them out properly and do different things. Wouldn't mind, but I was looking at the day before Christmas. this now? Anyway, motivators. One of my motivators are happy anyway. That's good to know. They're happy enough out and about. Oh, and about Kevin. Well, in the name of Jesus, not it's holy. It literally shouldn't be this hard to find. That's a mystery. It is a mystery enough. I don't know. Interesting. I'm trying to think where I seen it because I remember looking at it. Like as I say, if I had a brain, I would be dangerous. That's all we say. That's all we say. But anyway, any of the fun happened with that, so I'm busy looking for this yoke. I'll find it at some point in the future. Again, I probably went past a million times now. That's the funniest part of this. But I'll pay one of my moderators to do it sometime during the summer or something. Sort it out. There! I'm not even going to talk about it. Like, I'm blind. I'm down with death. We're going to listen to an ad first.
Welcome to Euro Splash. Welcome to Euro Chill, Euro Grill.
But yeah, I found it now. It took 9 billion years. But we got past. I wouldn't mind, but guess what? I went past it 4 times, I think. Because I went through the same playlist 4 times. And it was in the playlist. It was above one of the songs that I actually looked at. That's the worst thing. I looked at, I actually clicked down to it. And it was above that and I didn't notice it. Because guess why? They changed the thumbnail for the song, for the music. Because I knew the thumbnail by heart for the song, these meditation music. But because I listened to it oftentimes before Christmas. And I could believe I didn't know they changed the thumbnail. So they must have just done that recently. That's to my knowledge now. I could be going psychic. I could be going scenic, so not psychic, scenic. Joe Biden. There's Joe Biden. Joe Biden. But yeah, anything else? But yeah, I got to get it sorted out of the playlists. There are too many of them. I probably have to get rid of some and just compress them a lot more. How long will live? 49. We'll go for another 10 minutes then I think we'll take off. We're nearly an hour now live. I get it, it's only need to be an hour tonight. This doesn't be as long as last night. It was only 3 hours last night. And tomorrow night will probably be a bit long. It is. So, yeah. You know. Coach and chat, man. Go close on that. Which Alan? What Alan? There's about 5 or 6 Alans here, Tony. See, to be specific, which Alan are you talking about? What's the Alan? There's the Alan you know, and then there's another Alan. Then there's another Alan. Yes, and then there's another Alan, yeah. Alan Finnegan too. So, yeah, 5 Alans, I think it's like usually sometimes come in. Yeah, about 5. It's give or take, yeah. Yeah, 5, so, yeah. I don't know. I think Aaron's and Sean's are nearly the most popular names in this channel here. There's a lot of Aaron's and Sean's. So I'd say they're about the same. About 5. There's probably 5 coming here, Sean. And then Aaron's. Any plans? No, I say I'll be here tomorrow night. No. I do think we'll be here tomorrow night to live stream live here for New Year's. So if anybody has any plans, don't feel obligated to be here tomorrow night. I'd just be here and if anybody wants to chat and things like that. So definitely be 100% now. I'll be live tomorrow night. No, but this year you and then Shawnee basically could use a Sean basically. And then you have Sean Mac. Sean McKinnon too. That he's one of my moderators. You don't see him oftentimes. He'd be here and he wouldn't say much. You know, he's one of my moderators. So there's 3 Seans. Then there's another Sean. So, yeah, there's about 4. So, but there's about 5 hours, I think. There's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's thousands of us on the channel. So it's hard to keep tracking everybody and to remember who comes in. Then there's 2 Adams too. I know there's 2 Adams. But yeah. There's 2 Adams. Everybody's named Alan, not Adam. Sorry. Keep calling Adam. Yeah. Was that who you? Which Alan are you feeling to? Tony Chambers is gonna call you. Getting mixed up with all names. Too many names I have to remember, and too many people I have to remember. And stuff like that. It's hard to remember everybody. Yeah, that one's quick one. I have 2 friends who was in school, they were same class, and 2 of them called Alan. 2 Alans, Alan Brady and Alan Finnegan. 2 Alans listening. Then there was another Adam in my year too. Alan, sorry, there was another Alan in my year. Yeah. There's actually probably 7 Alans. Yeah, there was 7 hours in my 7 Alans in my year in 6th year when I was at school. There was 150 of us, I think. Oh, you have a son named Alan, do you, Tony? Everybody's got Alan. It's probably popular. It is popular enough name now. Not like Adrian, but Adam and Cormac was very popular now when I was in primary school. We had 5 Cormacs in my primary school. But yeah, it seems to be coming back now. It seems to be coming back now, Sean. You know. Yeah, but Sean's probably still popular enough now. He's still popular enough at the same time. Oh, I know, Tony. I know about this. Yeah. You're saying I can't just have to find out. I know for a long time about this. About all the YouTube channels go with Adrian Logan, but I have FTW, so it's not just Adrian Logan, you know. Because as I say, we have a very unique kind of extra as we put to the channel more to because there's lots of other accounts with Adrian Logan. Some do upload videos and stuff like that, but they have Adrian Logan and stuff like that, and different variations of it too. But usually they just put Adrian Logan whatever the channel's out, and they don't put anything after it. It's a bit more unique of ours than theirs would just Adrian Logan. But still. We're going to 10:30 in it, then we keep on. Because we'll be a long time tonight. Ian Owens, yeah. Yeah, it's another from YouTube. Too many times. Far too often. It was coming out to the. Actually, not long ago, but before Christmas, I got recognised by 4 people. They were coming in a car and they recognised me. They were going up to Northern Ireland. I happened to be on the road at the time, and they came out. They came and talked to me in the car. They in my Discord. The people did my Discord, so they recognised me. Then one time I was coming out of the waste management office of the council, out there on Farnham Street. Them four asked to take a selfie, and I happily obliged. I'm very happy to do it that time. And I met the National Party representative, one of the National Party representatives, Patrick. I know him to see he again has a beard and his glasses. I keep thinking I get mixed up with I want to be back to him. The girls know me, yeah. The people I don't really know me, don't they? The girls know me to see. But they know me from the town and stuff like that. They know who I am. They wouldn't really pass any remarks with me, and stuff. That's no heat of me. I could stand on my head and they wouldn't care, because as long as they know who I am, they won't really annoy me. You know. But yeah, I've been recognised multiple times. That time there, as I said, the council office, they recognised me from Carvendale on Twitter. He was like, "That's the Carvendale fella." And the other 2 people that was on the council with me coming out of the door, they literally I thought they were going to run into the place and hide underneath the tables or something like that. You think he was going to shoot them. But yeah, so it's called the Carvendale Man. That's the nickname that he called me. That's the Carvendale Man. And then one time too, I was in a shop in the town there. One day in the shop, and somebody came up to me and said, "You Adrian Logan." They didn't ask for a selfie on it, but they knew it. I talked to them for a while and things like that. And then many times in the streets and things like that, people notice me, and they'd be like, "Who's that? I know that fellow from somewhere." And it's oftentimes it happened. There's one time too on the road too, as we've seen, and it was noted because somebody pulled over and talked to me for a few minutes. As I said, the National Party, Patrick, I get his name now. If I could remember, if I had a brain, I actually would be dangerous. But I see his face in my head, but I always forget his name. If I could be, and then one time I was at a protest during the lockdown. Right? Oh no, dangerous. Patrick Quinlan, yes, I knew it was Patrick Quinlan. Yes, Patrick Quinlan of the National Party. Yeah, I met him. I came across him one day on the road. One day, so basically it was a protest one day during the lockdown. And I met, there's a few people there that knew me, and I was talking to them for a while. So I'm very well known person. Because a lot of people do look at me like, they know me from someplace. Because they've been quite well talked about now around the place in regard to different things. I'd be well known enough. A lot of people would know me. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet on it, but a lot of people would know me to see and know who I am. Hello, Fiona. So yeah, many times, upwards of 30 times, let's say, Shawnee. To be totally on 30 times. There's other occasions I remember. There was one time too, I was coming down the street and I happened to pop into somebody like, "Yo, you turned over the wind," and I was going off somewhere. I was going off to pick up something somewhere because I was walking at the time, and I was happening to go down the street and they were coming along, and I only stopped for a second. But they did take a selfie. I took a quick selfie with them, but I didn't talk to them for long. The other ones I talked with, everybody else I talked with for a few minutes anyway. I spent a few minutes, but that time was in the hallway, so. But yeah, it was 3 of them that recognised me that day. But that's 2 years ago at this stage. That's before the lockdown. Around that time before the lockdown. Well, it wasn't before the lockdown. Actually, no. It was during. No, it was sometime between the lockdown. I can't remember actually when, but it's in the last 3 years anyway. I'd say. Oh yeah, then quite recently, too. On Christmas Eve, I was recognised too. So yes, we recognised. That was the last time I was recognised. So about 41 times a day, I was recognised Christmas Eve. But somebody recognised me from Twitter. They came over and chatted to me. It was wishing me happy Christmas and all that. So it was well known. I saw you was driving through front of us. I didn't stop. You were like, that's a fucking cunt. I need to drive. I'm fucking belting it down the road. You went 90 miles an hour. And you were gone. You were out the door. You were gone. You didn't hang around. And then those other occasions, I could go into the details, but it's not. You were like, that's the cut and stuff. But yeah, no, but if you do, anybody does see me in the road, stop and try and tell me, because I wouldn't notice now. Be totally honest, I don't be looking out for people to be telling you that know me. I wouldn't be taken basically that somebody would stop and they would know me and things like that. I don't be taken like that, So you kind of have to specifically say, because, there's because as I say, a lot of people come up to me for directions and stuff like that, and it's a lot of things go on basically. But yeah, you put the hammer down, Shawnee, when you see me, you're like, oh no, yeah. But I'm quite well known now for the carpenter stuff now. A lot of people know me because of that. I don't. There's a lot of people do the talk about. It's well talked about how much work I'm doing and things like that. It's well noticed. So yeah. So that's talked about when behind the scenes. I'm told a lot because I'm talked about in other towns and asked to go to other towns to help out. Things like that. So. I seen Richie Kavanagh once, and that was a win, but I met other famous people before. I know one famous person, but I'm not going to say who it is I met. That it was a YouTuber, a big YouTuber now. Well, I did meet them, but I talked to them a good few times before, 3 or 4 times. Quite a big, as I say, quite a big YouTuber. Yeah, but mainly too when you have a yellow jacket on and things like that, if you're people would say you're on the tower, you're more, like you take for example an only Joe on the street, the more likely if they were to say if you see a guy on the street, it's the same thing. As soon as you see somebody in a yellow jacket, somebody like this fellow's on the coastal men, and the coastal men know where they're going because they drive up and down the roads and over the roads and back the roads, and they don't touch any part of the road at all, so they should know where they're going. In theory, but in reality, not really, because I don't even think they know what the road is. Half of them I don't even know what they've probably never seen a road in their life because they're too busy driving around the roads. Well, they don't even know it's called a road, but But generally speaking, it's every day now. I get asked for directions for here, there, and everywhere. Timbuktu, here, there, and everywhere. Oh, to nowhere, exactly. Everybody's going everywhere. One person specifically wanted me one time to say, every road you can go to from Cavan to Galway. Where do I go from Cavan to Galway? They literally wanted me to say, you go down this road. I said to go towards Ballinar, down towards that side of Cavan, and we're going the right way. And then they wanted me to say, well, we're going here, Oh, we see, don't we? That's in the summertime, but we have to get you a Twitch account before we can do that now. But we see in the summertime, as I say. We're not saying too much about it at the moment. But yeah, we talked about that in the summertime, Tom. We're not the cat in the bag, so. But anyway, you're up for it anyway. But anyway, so as long as I know you're up for it, Tony, I knew you'd be up for it. Always the first to put themselves forward to lead the charge. But as I say, the last thing I say now before we uncover any more, before we're exposed, get yourself a Twitch account before that day, and then we'll be all business. We'll be bossing, that's the young people say nowadays, but that's the last I say now, so anybody else doesn't know how to shush. wished, 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 wished. But yeah, I mean, yes, yes, I agree. But yeah, that we talked about the most famous person I've seen with talked to or seen would have been that YouTuber that has a lot of followers. In other words, very classic. Sounds like a fruit. It is a fruit, yeah. But yeah, that'd be the most famous person I tried. I'm not going to say who it was or anything, but quite a big following and stuff like that. And then obviously seen much of Cavan before. I met a good lot of the Cavan team. I met the Cavan football team. I met the Cavan manager. The football manager. I met a lot of people. Met TDs obviously too. I don't know what you call them films, but yeah, I met them. But I obviously know all of them. I didn't meet them. I know all of them in Cavan Mall. Yeah, that's about it. I don't want to specifically seek people out to go to. No. Oh, yeah, Wappy Keane, yeah. Well, Wappy Keane getting old now. I wouldn't know Wappy Keane now if I see him on the street. Oh, yeah, Bono. Bono would be recognisable enough now. I have a give him a cause, but he'd be more down now. Cavan's not good enough for him, I suppose. The Cruz and Cavan. Possibly so, yeah. I wouldn't know him. Oh, Catty Dorkin do, yeah. I obviously know Catty Dorkin. Yeah. She would be famous enough. And we'll go for another few minutes now. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll probably be live for 3 hours. I know. Tomorrow night we probably will start at 10 or so. Probably this time tomorrow. Many famous people from Leitrim. No, I wouldn't be seen near them. I wouldn't be seen near them. Leitrim doesn't exist, though. It's just an imagination made up by people in Leitrim. It's a delusion. It doesn't exist. We made it up. As they say, a mystery, unsolved mysteries, whatever it's called. It's fact or fiction or whatever. It's made up. Well, who's famous in Leitrim? There's nobody famous in Leitrim. They can language on yes, Christ. Who's scamming? Who's scammers? What scammers? What you mean? I'm calling about your Callus extended warranty. I should go back and start ringing people up and say I'm calling about your Callus extended warranty. Is your washing machine working? Do you have an Amazon account? Oh, you're just talking about something among yourselves, okay. Let's just talk among yourselves. And we'll go for another minute or two to about 10:40, and that's I said it was going to go, but we're going to 10:40. Because tomorrow night again we'll be live for a long time tomorrow night. So, you know. Oh, the ESB bill. Sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, well, yeah, they're a bit of scammers, I know. But it's going to be now tough now after Christmas now. As the electricity bill is going to be a bit feisty now after Christmas. I have to cancel you. How can you cancel me if you had something to actually don't even answer that because they'll probably find a way. Electricity bill from electric has gone up from 200 to 500 for 2 months. What the fuck have you been using, Sean? You must have had all the lights in the country on. Like, that's insane, lies. That's more than 50% now. Are you sure they haven't got it wrong? Or they sure they're not having a fit? No, they'll be totally on the discount of the price as well. Because mine did go up a good bit too. But not by much, it's only about 200. And that's kind of a month at the moment. It's not that bad. Thankfully, I know that some other people paid 500 and 600 as yourself, Sean. But yeah, I would ring them up and give them a good telling off. So it could be just, because that's insane now for 2 months. It's a bit unreasonable. But yeah, as I say, Christmas time too with the Christmas lights on and stuff like that, it'll be probably hefty enough now at Christmas. Like the highest bill we got, the electricity bill, because we pay every month, was 415, 16, something like that, 415, 15, 16. And that was in... No, same level, they put it up. Typical. Especially at Christmas time, they know what Christmas time to put it up. But hopefully now the government, hopefully they got that yoke. The government are paying bits towards it. The credit, whatever you call it. I think they're paying the one after Christmas out there. And the one after Christmas, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, the highest one we got now was August. It was the month of August. I don't know why it was so much in August now, but it hasn't been that much. It's been around 200 now. But yeah, probably mine would be. I'll probably get a big shock now next month. But no, it was 415 in August, and then it was down to 200 and something. So it went down for me. So. But yeah, probably go up now. I say it'll be about 5. I say it probably will be about 500 now. There's the lights of Christmas and stuff like that. It'd be 5. It'd be 5. I say it'd be 500 now. Give or take. It'd be 4 or 500. I say this coming out for Christmas. Because we had the Christmas tree on for a good while, and that's where the catch is. But anyway, I have the money there for them if they look for it, so I'm happy enough with it. Yeah, I think I could say hopefully. So when the summertime comes in, at least you won't need the lights early in the evenings and stuff like that. So you save a bit of money then. Because it won't be having the lights out. Because obviously it won't be dark at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the day. So at least that's good that you won't need the lights on to save a bit. I don't know why in August it was so high, but I'm thinking about that. I often thought about that. I don't know why it was so high in August, but we have to wonder. But anyway, it's a mystery now sometimes where they get these numbers from. Oh well, yeah. If you say you're going to change to, I don't know, electric Allen or something like that, they might. Oh, I don't know. You probably said you were electric Allen. Electric Allen, yes. They couldn't quite. Let's say we're going to someone else. Price by 50% in January. Jeez, well, yeah, I think you need to get out of the ESB anyway, because it used to be called Telecom Aaron, but it's not called Telecom Aaron now. Yeah, New York's having it hard now at the moment, and it's supposed to be coming here with it. But yeah, I do feel for you, Sean, now. But yeah, hopefully it's supposed to be when next bill. But yeah, well, hopefully that'll help because they're giving out terribly. So hopefully that'll help ease it a bit, Sean. Now, hopefully. As I say, they're making big profits too. These big ESB and stuff like that. They're not like they're hard up for money. They're making huge bucks at the moment. Like they're raking in the cash. it's not like they're struggling at the moment, the ESB and stuff like that. They're absolutely waking in the cash. They have bigger profits than they ever did before. They have more money than they ever did before. So it's not like they need to charge people that much, because let's be fair, they're making huge profits the last few months. And same with the government making huge profits too at the same time. Because obviously there's fat in it, and the government gets the fat. But sure, look at it anyway. As I say, when the summer comes around now, we'll find that March will be a lot brighter weather, and it'd be brighter evenings. Probably, please God, be warmer weather and stuff like that. But yeah, not too far away. You won't find it now until March. It'll brighten up a bit more around March. It'll be less darker now at night. As I say, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock it'll be dark. During the winter time, during the summertime won't be as much. I don't know how. Probably my electricity company probably put it up. I don't know. I know the bin company that we're with put up the prices a bit. It's an extra. I think it's an extra few bob. I think it's an extra €20. Yeah, it's an extra €20 a month. I think it is. The bin crowd that we're with. Oh yeah, hello. I told you I didn't know what the smart meter. Oh, the smart meters. Yeah, these yokes. And she said she would take my name off the list. Oh yeah, these smart meters. Yeah, I don't know what to make of these yokes. They haven't come to me yet about them, but I don't know. I have to look into it a bit more. But I'm happy enough for my old meter, looking up and getting the meter reading. I'm happy enough doing that. Then the smart meters. I don't see the point in them, to be totally honest. I don't see the point, because the old meters are doing fine. My old meter out there, sure, it's doing fine. It tells you what how much you've used, and that's all you watch. You don't need a smart meter, but anyway, we see what happens whenever they come to me, But that's good. Yeah, if you don't want something you shouldn't have, be forced to use it. Christmas about life and work. Over Christmas about work life in England matters. Back in the 50s, a very tough life. Back then, yeah, geez, it would have been tough. Exactly. That's exactly what I just said. I'd say it'd be 5. Now, to be totally honest, if I was a betting man, I'd say it'd be €500 or something like that for my electricity bill. If I was a betting man, to be totally honest, give or take 500, I say. Which is not too bad, I think. Feasible enough, as long as it's not 1,000 or something. That'd be a bit too much. That's what I. Oh yeah, but it hasn't changed for some people too, Charlie. Unfortunately, I know like years ago it was tougher. There was a lot less money in the country, and things were tougher. There was no such thing as half of the things we have today. But it's still people are suffering out there. Still people above under the poverty line and stuff like that. But it was harder back then. You had to walk to work, or cycle or whatever, in the boiling heat, and like Ryan said, it was hard now. It was not easy. Woman without the meter had all her flowers toasted by the next door. But that doesn't sound too good now. Well, yeah, probably not too nice to have. Hello. Oh, jeez, I don't even know what that name is. Hello, anyway. Sorry, I don't even can't even see the name. Sorry, but welcome anyway. Hope you're doing well. In charge. Oh, it's much easier for them to get a see. All right. Because usually we would ring in our meter reading, like not the smart meter, but the old meter. I don't know how would you put it, but usually you just look up, you see how many watts you used, and you just ring it in. That's usually what we do. But it's not a smart meter now. I wouldn't even know how to fucking use it if they did give me one. But anyway, I'm not half the time not here anyway, so if they were looking for me, they wouldn't find Maria. Oh, hello, Maria. How but I don't probably intend to get it now. Unless I don't know. We see when the time comes when what they say to me. Because I'd be tough enough customer now. if I don't agree with what they're selling me. But we wait and see, when they come around. They haven't come around here yet. Who is this? We'll see what happens. I don't know too much about it. Again, they haven't come knocking yet. But I have heard some things about it. I will admit I have heard some things about it beforehand. And it might make me a bit skeptical, let's put that way. The person with that name there, with the kind of skull, I think it is. I can't see the name. It's all fancy letters. Oh, fancy font. But anyway, stay for another minute or two and then we tip on. Oh yeah, the TV license inspectors. Oh yeah, well, 500,000 people not paying the TV license. At this stage you might as well just get rid of it. Because nobody's paying for it. So I don't know. I don't think they could chase anybody up for it. Even though I did hear somebody was chased up for it there a few months ago. But as I say, there's a lot of people not paying the TV license. So it's all a big money racket. That's all it is. It's always how good it is. We had it now. He lived in a house with 18 other lads and half of those left that night. That walk, it's tough times. Yeah, and I had to walk to work and stuff. It's tough now. And then I had to share a house. Like even with my mother and her whole family. Get bigger families back then. They had 11 in their family. And they only had one bed, and they only had two beds. So the mother slept in her own bed, and the kids had to sleep in two other beds, like barely beds, but like not beds, but kind of rags, you could say. And 11 of them had to kind of sleep in two rags, basically. So they kind of sleep on the top of each other and everything, Yeah, 2 years ago. A good thing for Lent now. But yeah, if you want to listen to something depressing now tomorrow night or 3, the New Year's event, if you want to be depressed tomorrow night, that's a great thing to listen to. If you want to be depressed now. Because they'll probably be giving out about somebody having fun. How easy one to give up. Like the only thing I used to watch on OT was Winning Streak when it was on. Now it's not on anymore. Because Marty Whelan, the only person that's any good in OT, in my opinion, is Marty Whelan. He's a bit of fun. He's a bit of a laugh, Marty Whelan. That's the only. But as I said, there's no need for me to watch OT anymore because it's not on anymore. All films are World War films. World War II, anybody notice? Well, Kid always was the way too. Everybody's always interested in World War One film. Well, not really World War One, but the World War II films. A lot of people like that. Like that kind of genre.
What have these two phone numbers got in common? They trade in their games and phones and sex. Ooh.
A lot of people do like them because you know yourself. Uh, Humans kind of like that kind of stuff. Like it's the same with the Call of Duty games. They always talk about they always go back to World War Two because people are obsessed with kind of the World Wars and stuff. We're not much World War One, but World War Two. But there's films, obviously. My father was even watching a film about 1917 last night. So how could you like war films? How could I like? Well, I suppose in historical sense, I know there'll be cuts and go now. I might say it's a bit sickening looking at that. But not really like, but I suppose you could kind of like the stories behind it and stuff like that. Bravery and different things like that. Like where's that film? Just give me a second. Ooh, it's still a bit stiff. Like take for example the King's Choice here. I've done a review on this a few weeks ago. But it's kind of like a documentary more than it is, a kind of a movie war film. It's kind of based on the historical events of the king, the king of Norway at the time when the Nazis invaded Norway. He left he was going into exile, and it basically the choice. Does he stay in Norway or does he go into exile, or do they surrender to the Nazis so that they fight on the Norwegians? And it's kind of based on the historical. It's all based on the historical effects of, the sinking too of the German battleship in the Norwegian harbour too. A big huge battleship. The Norwegians took it out with a 18th century gun. Uh, so yeah, it's all kind of based on that's the kind of movies I would like something that's based on the history. I like history now. But yeah, like there's films that are just blood and gore, in terms of war films. There was no religious film on that I saw. Oh, what do you mean this? Oh, Saving Private Ryan too. I watched a bit of that one time. Yeah, but it's long since I've seen it. But yeah, I kind of like more of historical. Which is a fun fact. King Howard, it's always Howard with the Roman numerals. King Howard, I can't remember the king. King Howard was it the fourth? It was King Howard the fourth, the king of Norway, during the time. His catchphrase was "all for Norway," so that's why I kind of took mine. That's all for Cavan. King Howard he used to say "all for Norway." The new year, I probably will. But see, too, it's kind of all to do too with the Ukrainian war too. But he's probably just kind of say, this is, this and this is that, and yourself. But this kind of is based kind of in history. Not really, other things are kind of based in fiction and stuff like. Obviously, it happened and all that, right? But that's kind of based in history because it is historical facts. It is about the choice of the Norwegian government to surrender to the Axis or to continue the fight in exile. So But yeah, I do recommend watching it. It's only about an hour or two. It's not that much. It's not long. No, I never seen Warhorse. Because bless me, excuse me, sorry, apologies. I knew it was about the sneeze. See, this pet. So when I have the pet, so it's kind of a smell. I don't know how to put the pet smell or whatever. A few months back, and so day TV, and 3 of the 6 channels above was one's being murdered. Yeah, a lot of people like crime documentaries, murder documentaries, and stuff like that. It's kind of human nature to always be interested in that kind of stuff. I know it sounds good, but like even Jack the Ripper, take for example, like people, like I'm interested in like history, but obviously the crimes Jack Ripper committed was no human would do that. Let's put it that way. Some of the like all the manipulations he done, but you look into the history of it, how he was able to get away, without everybody looking for him at the time, and the fear it, like even the press itself back then, the press sensationalized it, and had on the front page and all that, had people terrified to go anywhere, because they were like, oh, Jack the Ripper could strike at any moment, you know, had people terrified. And that kind of could be said to be the first kind of big, huge thing for the newspapers of the time. The first big, huge thing they could put huge articles on and stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah, my father was watching 1917 last night. That was on. Oh. Oops, sorry, what's happening? Oh, during day TV, yeah, but I'm sure it wasn't just gruesome, if that makes any sense, Tony. Like, it wasn't like people's heads being killed and knocked off or anything like that, I hope. Because if it was that severe during, because usually you understand now at night time, it's obviously understandable. Because usually after 9 o'clock, you could put stuff on that's not PG, stuff like that. Which is why you would see. Oh, like I understand 1917 and stuff like that. It might be on a bit earlier because I don't think it's that close compared to other things. Like obviously horror films and stuff like that. If it's on a horror channel, obviously then you know what you're expecting. But if it was on, or if it was nudity or stuff like that, westerns too. Yeah, like even in that the shootings and stuff like. Because obviously people were shooting each other back in the westerns. There's no law basically in the westerns. Obviously there was law, but there was no really semblance of law and order in the westerns and stuff like that. And even in real life too, there was very little sense of law and order. People were going doing draws and stuff like that. But anyway, here, lads and lassies, I think I will go for tonight. I think we've done enough talking for tonight. But we'll be back tomorrow again. We'll be long time tomorrow live. We'll be live in about 3 hours, I say. So it'll probably be from 10 o'clock to probably 1 o'clock in the morning or so. So it'll be a good few hours, I know, tomorrow night. So we have a lot of time. Cowboys and Indians and stuff like that, yeah. They kind of consider, because obviously American wars with Indians and stuff like that too. The United States against Indian tribes and stuff like that. Wars throughout the years, but I think we'll leave it there because it's not really else I have to say. And I said I was going to go there at half, but I stayed longer than I should have probably. It's nearly 11 o'clock now. So, it's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. So tip on for tonight. I will go, and I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be live for a longer time tomorrow night. So, just really made up. It's obviously back a good few years ago. The Indians, the Wild West. But anyway, take care, everyone. I appreciate it as always, and take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Good night.